When you're on top, it's very important that you apply pressure at all time. Why is that? Because when my opponent is playing guard, if I'm not applying pressure, if I'm not making him carry my weight at all times, he's gonna feel very comfortable to attack me. So I use one basic concept in my head that tells me if I'm doing good or if I'm doing bad. And it is very simple. If the guy is pushing me from bottom to top, like I'm playing top, if my opponent is playing guard and he's pushing me, I'm winning. If he's pulling me inside his guard, I'm losing. So everything I do on top, I'm trying to provoke his reaction to push me. The more he pushes me, the more I feel like I'm succeeding on top of his guard. That's that simple. You know, if Marcio starts pulling me to his guard, it means that my pressure is not enough, that he wants me closer to him in order to feature his attacks, in order to put his attacks to action. So once I start putting the pressure and he starts pushing me away, so he's trying to avoid me from getting closer to him. And when he's pushing me, he's too busy to attack me. That's the concept. So I do everything in my power to make him push me, because I know that while he's pushing me, he's defending himself and yet not attacking myself. So my chances to pass his guard or to advance to a very good, strong position are much bigger and much higher than they would be if he was pulling me inside his guard to start attacking me, you know? So from the theory to the practice, let's put this together here. So Marcio's playing guard, and if I have my knees on the floor, that means that the pressure on him is not significant. So anytime I'm here with my knees on the floor, his torso is free to breathe. So you're gonna see that he's able to break my posture by hanging onto my neck. Like if you start the collar ties here, I want to do this, he's bringing me back. So this is bad for me. I don't want to be like that. On the same time, he can be on his elbow. There you go. And he's even more aggressive here. Break it. There you go. Look at that. I'm trying to get somewhere here, but he's breaking my posture. He's on his side. He has a lot of attacks. How do I avoid this? By positioning myself more aggressively in order to make him defensive instead of offensive. So once again, he starts working his ways. Instead of being on my knees, I'm going to be on my toes. So now he doesn't want to pull me anymore. He wants to push me because I'm offering myself on him. He's carrying my weight. His breathing is not going to be the same. So now I'm going to start pushing him and offering myself on top of him in order to put both his shoulders on the mat. So once again, so Marcio's playing guard here, and now I'm super offensive. I'm dragging his swallowing his legs here, and I want to make sure that his both shoulders are on the mat. And now look at what I have here: cross faces everywhere, or dominating the head, and then I can go to the head pop. So I have a lot of good tools to use while I'm pressuring Marcio, because he's going to be concerned about the weight that he's been carrying. So top pressure is key to get to the points where you want in a top game. But there's one thing that's really important too, which is balance control. Once I'm putting pressure on Marcio, what happens is I might lose balance in one or two transitions, because Marcio is going to be keeping the distance. As I told you before, the more he pushes me, the more successful I am. But at the same time, the more I can lose my balance, because he's provoking me to switch stances, because he's pushing me away from him. So I have to make sure that once he pushes my left side, my right side is going inside of him and so I can find my balance again. So the pressure game on top, the top pressure game, is a game of losing and regaining balance, of getting off balance and going back to balance. And if I have the balance, the pressure is there. If I lose the balance, I lose the pressure. Let's do it again. When I see the guard and I'm going to assess it, I'm going to go in the guard, but knowing that he can attack my feet, attack my joints, my knee and everything. And I also need to start making sure that he's carrying my weight at all times. So I'm going to go in the guard. And once, look at his foot. He's pushing my side already. So now he's pulling my leg. Once I put the pressure, he doesn't want to pull me anymore. He wants now to push me away from him. So if he starts pulling me like here, all I need to do is to, boom, put both shoulders on the mat. So I go across. If I'm here, he gets the underhook. What I need to do is to put this shoulder on the mat, and right there, he loses the position and he can't attack me. So once he's here, instead of me avoiding him, I'm gonna go on him and put the pressure on his shoulder. Here, he can make me lose balance. What do? I go back, reposition, and pressure again. Look at my knees, they're off the mat. So he's not breathing right. It's a lot of weight on top of him. From here, around his neck, head pop, and I can pass. Pressure from the top is really important if you are always looking for your balance and making sure that your opponent is carrying you at all times. So this concept is probably the most important concept and the one that I use the most when I'm fighting for positioning on top. Once I get past his guard and I'm on side control, the concept keeps working. Because it's not because I pass his guard that I'm gonna relieve the pressure on top of him. I'm gonna keep that pressure so that from the pass to the side control, and from side control to mount, and from mount to back to finish, always applying pressure. Always, at all times, apply pressure, because that's how your opponent's gonna give in and is gonna start offering you either his arms or his neck. It's not conscient what he's doing. He just wants to get out of that situation. So I am putting Marcio in a situation where he doesn't want to be in anymore. Even if it means for him to like give an arm or a neck so that the pressure can, like, it's horrible to be under a lot of pressure. So you rather give something to the opponent so that he can get out of that, you know? So with top pressure and balance control, you're gonna be able to succeed in passing the guard, but establishing your position. And once it's established, it's not time to stop. It's time to keep applying pressure so that you can get more until you get the submission.